Right, this area here is one of those areas which is just prone to having stuff dumped. And that's okay. I still want to try and keep it as tidy as I can. It's a hedgehog staircase location. And this is some of the wood which can't remember what that I chopped down. But we've got a large roof area from the garage here, and currently it just goes down the drain pipe. It just goes onto the floor. So two negatives here, in that it's just going onto the floor, which isn't good for the foundations over there, and the big one, it's wasteful. Now, especially now, it's scorching, absolutely scorching. Everything's dry as a bone. I've had to top up the pond using water from the tap, which I don't really want to do. So, storing water, obviously we get a lot of rain in the UK, so if we can store it, great. Now initially I had the idea of along the back here, what I was thinking of doing is having like water butts, and you can get them, if you link them together, so I could have had loads of water butts along there, and that would have worked. But let's say, you're talking about £60 a water butt, and so quite quickly it adds up, so I was a bit like, well, is there a better idea? And again, I didn't want to buy new ones, so I thought maybe I could get some second-hand ones off social media or something like that. So I went on social media and I was typing in water butt, but then water tank automatically came up, and I thought that's actually quite a good idea. So I clicked water tank and I bought one of these. It cost me £40, and it's like a big 1,000-litre container. You'll see it in a bit anyway. Anyway, I bought one of them, and I think it's going to work great. So let's see. It's going to be awkward. And let's see if we can get it going. I'll just borrow you a sec, 2 seconds. So, something I haven't really thought about, but it's been standing for a long time. And if you look in, it's all full of that green slime. And the first thought was, don't worry about it, just ignore it. But then I just thought, actually, that could block up the hole really easily. So I'm gonna use a hose pipe, I think, to break it up a bit and try and get it out. I'm gonna take off the tap so it's a big opening and just try and wash it all out. Might not get all of it, but I think that's probably the sensible thing to do. Right, so right now it wouldn't be very practical. Reason for that is, so we want to, where's the bucket? I've got a bucket, I want to fill it with water. It ain't going to work. We need to lift it. So we've got a combination. My friend Jim from work gave me these. These are just offcuts. We want to use these. What do I want to do? Okay. So it's this gadget here. And what you do, you connect it to into the pipe here, and it's kind of like a little bucket in there, and it'll fill up. So it'll fill up, keep filling up the water butt until it's level, and then when it gets to that level, it'll just continue going down the drain. And my plan was to use this, and I will use it somewhere else. But currently that drain pipe just goes straight onto the floor. So I don't really need to bypass it, because it goes straight onto the floor just now. So if it's going into the container, I could always have it where the container overflows. I mean, in theory, I could have a second one next to this, even above it. First things first, we need to raise it. We need to lift it up, because it's no good at the moment. You need it at least high enough to be able to fill a bucket. So I'll show you. So underneath, we've got 3 of these. It's good stable platform, which it needs to be, because I mean it's a square metre, so that weighs a square metre water weighs a ton. So it needs to be strong. That's what I was saying about the drain. Currently it just goes onto the floor. So, I mean, everything about that is bad. It's bad for the foundations, waste of water, or just bad. All right. So we need to raise it, and we need to keep it stable. So how do we do that in the best and safest manner? Right. There's a temptation to make it super pretty, like use sleepers and really make it nice, but it'd be such a waste. It's just a big water butt out of sight. This is where you use your old knackered bricks. So really just, there's no point using good nice wood for this when we can use old sleepers and old fence posts. I'm trying to do that. Okay, it's pretty good. I think it's looking good. I'm happy with this. Right, come on. So the most important feature, can we fit a water butt under it? And the answer is yes. Easy peasy. Right, okay. The drain. Ow. Put you up here. I'll give it. Oh. I'm gonna make it rain. See what happens. What I don't want is it to rain for the first time and it just fall on it and break. So we shall make it rain. Oh. Right, so far so good. Right, the final piece of the jigsaw, because all that green algae you saw earlier, that happens because it's not aerated, the water. So I've done it in the ponds with a battery powered one. It's a bit different. I need it to be more reliable, but this one, well, without really thinking about it, the water butt's quite nicely in the shade anyway. But I bought it's like a solar powered aerator. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put a hole in and have this drop this into the big container. And what that's going to do, when it's sunny, it'll make bubbles in it and it'll aerate the water, which will stop it getting stagnant and horrible. I'll show you in a minute when it's done. I've purposely left the lid on. I thought about having it just drop straight in. And I don't know what creature is likely to, but if I left the lid off, it could be a real death trap for whatever fell in. So by leaving the lid off, it prevents that. Okay. close enough. I reckon we're finished for now. I'm going to tidy it up, make it a bit prettier. If you look down there, I don't know if you can see, so you're getting bubbles. It's not a lot, but it just means the water's aerated now. And it prevents it stagnating. It might not work with solar power, because it might not work, but we're going to try it first. And we can always increase it a bit. But we'll give it a go, we'll give it a go. Fingers crossed. I've only just this second put it on. And it's not that, well, it's still sunny, but not as sunny as it's been. But I'll try and get it in a better spot, I reckon. We'll think about it. But yes, so the water butt with attitude. Definitely substantial. Got no overflow yet, but that's an awful lot of water there. I hope you like it. If you please comment, like, subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying making them. It's going really well. If nothing else, it's so good. I was watching one today from when I first moved in. It really just helps. Just be like, oh yeah, we are making progress. We are making progress. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you again soon. Take care. Bye.